Shot from high above the Staples Center here in downtown Los Angeles, California. We have an interconference affair lined up for you today as the Cleveland Cavaliers come in for this one. Welcome to Los Angeles, home court advantage for the Lakers. We are live at the Staples Center. I'd like to welcome you to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Cavaliers to start out. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the court for Cleveland. Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. Filling out the wings, it's Shumpert and LeBron. And it's Irving in at the point guard. Well, last season would be one where Kevin Love played a different role, saw his numbers decline, but that was, I think, especially with LeBron and Kyrie, much better players than he ever had in Minnesota. That was to be expected.
It's a great point, Kevin, and Love dropped about 10 points per game in terms of his output. The field goal percentage as well as three-point percentage was down, but still, he traded it all to be on a winning team, and I really feel like his numbers will start to go up as he makes the adjustment to playing with great players.
Good point. And so it's the Cavaliers getting on the board first. Hibbert dishes to Clarkson. Back to Hibbert. Just 5 to shoot. Clarkson passes to Randall. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
And, you know, for Love last season, we knew he'd be in a supporting role to LeBron. You put any player next to LeBron, and he automatically becomes some kind of role player.
Now, here is Irving. Back to Shumpert. The alley-oop. That's tipped, but he gets it back. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone.
And thinking back to Love and his numbers last year, we saw the same thing from Bosh when he played with LeBron. Love and Bosh had similar reductions in scoring, but both were still great players, and they both have the ability to adapt and impact the game in other ways.
And it's Hibbert missing.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And the shot is good.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
And now we'll go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with David Blatt.
Kevin, I talked to him about the shot blocking they're certain to face in this matchup. He's certainly cognizant of it, and he told me this. If we can play a little more up-tempo and score before their bigs can recover, that will help. Also, getting them on the move in the half court, whether with ball movement or screens, will also serve us well. Kevin, if they can execute, they'll have some success.
And Doris, as always, thanks. And guys, do you agree with Coach's game plan here, given how tough the D is that they're going to go up against?
I really do. I think they're such a hard team to generate offense against. That has to be where they devote most of their attention.
Well, as long as it doesn't come at the expense of their own defense, fellas. I mean, they can't concentrate so intensely on offense, they forget to defend.
And Shumpert kicks to Love. Roy Hibbert with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Russell with it. And there's the feed to Randall. He kicks to Hibbert. Shoots over Mozgov. Hibbert hits the bucket.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And Love throws it down.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop chop there with that one hand tomahawk slam?
So it's the Lakers now, following the score by Cleveland. Here's Kobe, and the shot no good, a bit short. Well, the defense is what did the Lakers season in last year, but their offense struggled at times as well, Clark. They just couldn't count on things night to night.
Well, they were near the bottom of the league in most offensive categories, Kevin. Bottom 5 in field goal percentage and three-point percentage. The efficiency just wasn't there.
Here's Clarkson following the basket by Kyrie Irving. 1:44 left to play in the first quarter. Clarkson kicks to Bryant. 6 to shoot. From deep three-point range, and the Lakers get it back. Here's Clarkson. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Hibbert with a screen for Russell. Goes back up. He lays it in.
That was Roy Hibbert getting in the way of the defense there.
Cavaliers have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. Cleveland with a very strong year last year. They were a very solid team on the road, as most LeBron-led teams are.
Yeah, he's a special guy in terms of how he can elevate other players. Didn't start out hot on the road, but eventually got it together and ended up 22-19 away from home.
And back to the Cavs and their road play. Teams with a lot of new players coming in can struggle early. It's especially evident when playing on the road.
Zachary, he's checked in for Hibbert. Bass comes in for Randall. Young's checked in for Bryant. And Lewis Williams subbed in for Clarkson. 1:05 left here in the first quarter. The screen from Thompson. No one near Smith as he lets it go. Tries again. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
All the officials are all over that one.
It was clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling. You talk about being streaky on the road. That's what the Cavs were. I mean, could rattle off 4 wins on the road in a row, then come back empty from their next road trip. They did seem, though, to get stronger and more steady as the season went on.
That's good from Varejao.
And guys, last season was a painful one for Anderson Varejao. He had finally shaken the back injury that sidelined him the year before, signs the multi-year contract extension with the Cavs. Things were starting to look up. Then only 3 weeks later, he tears the Achilles and was ruled out for the season. You talk about a tough break.
And adding insult to injury, certainly, Greg, as you were talking about, Varejao played well at the start of last season. Shooting 56% from the field. Clark, I think he was over 70% from the line. Those were career highs.
Yeah, and a terrible blow for Varejao and the Cavs because of that injury, the Achilles tendon. But it led to the deal for Mozgov, and that's worked out quite nicely.
Cleveland leading by 3. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game. Williams kicks to Jefferson. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up.
Richard Jefferson.
LA's. Cavs head coach David Blatt beginning his NBA career after a long...
There's just a lot more practice time.
And Blatt, one of the most successful American coaches in European basketball history, Clark, and has done a great job in his first season with the Cavaliers in the NBA, but nothing he did overseas certainly can compare to this.
And, you know, that's why, Kevin, people always talk about it in terms of being a marathon and not a sprint. There's nothing that compares to the NBA grind. Nothing is comparable to it.
The second quarter beginning in just a moment. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
They seem to be a step slower, and that's one reason why they've been able to own the rebounding edge.
Well, the anticipation's been better. As the ball hits the rim, it's going right to them. Solid job of them chasing it down and anticipating.
They've got Young. Robert Sacre is out there with Brandon Bass. Then there's Lewis Williams. And it's Russell in at the 1. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Kobe's checked in for Russell. Lakers were awful in a lot of aspects last season, and their play at home was a major one. Greg, they just couldn't do anything at home, and I think the fans were giving up hope as well.
And given how pricey those Laker tickets are, Kevin, there's a lot to be salty out in Laker land. So can't be a bottom dweller and charge that much for seats.
Always checked in for the Lakers. Jordan Clarkson comes in for...